Well, hello everyone. It is your lovely host here. It is Rai. How you doing, everyone? So glad the Bears won yesterday. A win is a win. And sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab some meat, grab some drink. Now, if you don't want to do that, maybe you want you like a villain and hear my thoughts, my opinions between the Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Let's begin here, shall we? Okay, first of all, Mitchell he had a pretty good game. 202 yards, 1 TD, 1 pick, 1 sacked. The defense is trying to protect him the best they can. David Montgomery, he had a pretty good game. Finally, he ran like the Dickens like last week. 32 yards for a buck 46. 2 TDs. His longest run was 19. Why didn't I run the ball like that in the beginning of the year? Who knows? Someone will get fired when the season is over. Okay. Robinson, he only had 83 yards for 4 receptions, no TDs. The new rookie, I forget his name. Monty, he only had 1 TD, but the Bears QB needs to spread the ball even more. Okay, but whatever. Okay, Kirk Cousins, they spent a lot of money on him a couple years ago and nothing. No Super Bowl. I don't know how many playoff appearances since he went to Minnesota, so they waste their money on him. I'm sorry to say that, Viking fans. Kirk Cousins, 271 yards, 2 TDs, 1 pick, 3 sacks. The Bears got pressure on him. Justin Jefferson, 8 receptions for a buck 04, no TDs. The Taylor, I can't pronounce his last name, only 1 TD. The rushing game, the Cook, he was on fire. 24 carries for a buck 32, 1 TD. So that is awesome. Now the Bears are the final score was 33-27. Minnesota was creeping, but they lost. Bears are now 7 wins, 7 losses, second in the NFC North, and the Vikings are 6-8 in third because the Packers are winning the division back to back. So Packers are trying to get the home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Okay, let me discuss this real quickly. Okay, NFC East, Washington is 6-8. Dallas is 5-9. Giants is 5-9, and Philly is 5-9-1. Giants lost to the Cleveland Browns last night. Cleveland is no joke. Okay. That whole division is a total train wreck. Who's going to win the division? It might come down to week 17. It's coming up. NFC North. Packers win the division 11-3. Bears is 7-7. Minnesota is 6-8. Detroit 5-9. Is Detroit ever going to be worth watching? Jesus. Just like the Bears. But hopefully the Bears have a bright future. Hopefully. You never know. The Saints, they clinch a playoff spot 10-4. Tampa Bay 9-5. Atlanta 4-10. Carolina 4-10. So it could be the Buccaneers or the Saints win the division. Probably the Saints because they swept the Buccaneers earlier this season. Okay, NFC West, Seattle 10-4. Rams 9-5. Arizona 8-6. Of course, the Niners 5-9. They're out of the playoff hunt. They got eliminated. So that sucks. It happens. Okay, AFC leaders 13-1. Chiefs. Pittsburgh 11-2. Buffalo 11-3. They made the playoffs for the first time. They clinched a playoff spot. They clinched a division since 95. Because Miami, they're good. They're not that good. Patriots, no playoff for the first time since 2002, I think. Belichick's very smart. So they'll bounce back, make some trades, and see what they do in the NFL draft. Okay, in a wild card for the AFC, Cleveland 10-4, Colts 10-4, Miami 9-5, Baltimore 9-5. So I discuss. And the NFC leaders, you got Green Bay 11-5, playoff spot. They clinch the division. Saints clinch a playoff spot 10-4. Seattle 10-4. Washington 6-8. You got the wild card for the NFC. LA Rams 9-5, Bucks 9-5, Arizona 8-6, and in the hunt Bears 7-7. Can Bears squeeze in and make a playoff run? Probably not. Now, if they play better, they'd be better in a playoff hunt. Now, the kicking game for the Bears is clutch. Maybe this guy is the real deal. Maybe he's the second in command than Robbie Gould. Bears never got rid of Robbie Gould because he missed a few kicks in their preseason. Preseason is preseason, does not mean crap. So ever since they got rid of Robbie Gould, I think as a free agent, Bears been struggling in kicking game. Now they got a guy could kick, but their offense is still struggling. I don't understand that. The defense is struggling once in a while. Now the next game against the Bears, against Jacksonville. I think it's in Jacksonville. That'd be funny if Nick Foles could play against his former team, but he's benched for the rest of the year. So I don't care if the Bears make the playoffs or not. They're not going to go very far. Now, if the Bears were smart, they should have lost to Houston. They should keep on continue that losing streak because they have a good chance, a good NFL draft pick. Now, it does not look like a good pick. We know they're going to screw it up. So, do you think Bears should re-sign Mitchell this offseason? I say no other choice, but yes. But don't put him as a starter. Put him as a backup. Then go in a free agent and see marketing and get a, I know this sounds silly, like Aaron Rodgers or Matt Ryan, or something like that. At least if those guys could throw it down the field. Mitchell cannot do that. If he does, he'll get picked off. What else? Matt Ryan could. If it's like three guys, he don't get. I don't think he'll get interception, but you never know. I don't know if Bears want to take a chance on a veteran like Matt Ryan or Aaron Rodgers. Both guys should retire at the end of the year. You know? Atlanta Falcons, ever since they lost the Super Bowl against the Patriots, they never ever recovered. Never. You know, Drew Brees should retire. He has nothing to prove. He won a Super Bowl not too long ago, like 2008, 2009. The only thing he wants to break is stats. Someone's status. I don't know who's the all-time passing record. Is it Dan Marino? I don't know. But he's not going to Super Bowl this year. But you never know who's ever in the playoffs could make a run. Now, the playoff format is different this year because of the whole COVID. So, it's going to be 7. It's going to be the playoff wild card is going to be crazy this year. I like to see this be the new thing of the NFL playoffs. I love to see that. So, is Baltimore that good or not really? You know? We'll see. I don't mind see Kansas City win back-to-back. You know, they're very good, but who could beat them? Can the Steelers knock them out in the playoffs? Can Buffalo knock them out? Someone from the AFC will knock someone out of the playoffs. Do you think we'll see like a Cinderella story to win the whole thing? Never say never. I doubt the Bears will be a Cinderella story. They need to win these 2 games, and they need help. Too bad they didn't win beginning of the year. They won't be in this predicament. They were 5-1 earlier this season, but stupid Nagy, the switch from Mitchell from Nick Foles, did that really paid off? No, that was a stupid decision, especially early in the season. Now, if it's late in the season, like week 11 and week 12, then you could swap, but don't do it early in the season. Very stupid. If Nagy gets fired, most likely, will he coach again in our future? I don't know. We'll see. And probably you know that Levy Smith got fired from Illinois of college football. Does that mean should the Bears get him back? No. That's going backwards. We need to go forward. I think the Bears should just sell that team because you're not going to win no freaking championships or nothing like that anytime soon. Because McCaskies are idiots. Sorry to say that. Because off the record, when the Chicago Cubbies, they were okay, but they're never a World Series contender until they sold the franchise. When that happened, they made some moves. They got a good GM, very smart, and the rest is history. So I don't know if that will ever happen with the Chicago Bears. Maybe they got to go in a different direction. They definitely need a new GM, maybe a new head coach. I think they will, and of course, pick up a veteran QB in a free agency or a trade. I don't know if they want to go in the trade mode. Probably not. Get someone in a free agency, a veteran, okay, before he hangs it up. He like a Matt Ryan. He's good. He got a rocket arm, or get Aaron Rodgers if Green Bay does not resign him. But he should just retire as a Packer. So because they got a quarterback, I think Love, their future quarterback. He might be a good quarterback, or he might be a total bust. We'll find out. Everyone out there, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Go Bears. 2 more games left. Thank God. This is a horrible season. At least the Jets won, but they should have done it early in the season. Is that going to mess up their NFL draft pick? Maybe, maybe not. Later.